1966. This is probably the first review where we actually have different reviews because I didn't like it.
You don't know yet. You don't know.
Well, wait, Dad, did you like this movie?
I did. I liked the movie. I thought it was great.
I thought it wasn't great at all.
You didn't like the movie?
No.
What about it first?
Okay, after you.
After me. Okay. Well, let me tell you a little about it. But this takes place in 1966. It's a true story. It's about this kid who's about to have his bar mitzvah.
Name is Bernie.
And the World Cup is playing at the same time. And guess where it's being played? It's playing in England, where they live, in London. And
by pure happenstance, his bar mitzvah is
all the way. No, okay. And and his mother and father are like really great characters. You'll love them very much. They're really funny. For example, they roll up their rug when people come to visit them. And because they don't want them to dirty it, and they take the plastic off the chairs and the couches. They're really funny characters. But you know what?
They're funny characters, but they're not funny.
Is even funnier. Because this is all about him. It's all about this bar mitzvah he's going to have, and he's like a nerdy kid. And he always gets picked last on the football when they choose, sides for a football game. He always gets picked last behind
soccer
the
and
this is a Jewish kid, and he gets picked behind the German and behind the cripple, and then he finally gets picked. So he's this type of a kid, and it's really, really a funny kind of a character.
I don't know why you're so enigmatic about this movie when this whole movie makes you depressed. I mean, I don't know how you can be happy about it.
The movie is about this kid going to have his bar mitzvah. And his brother already had one a couple of years before, and it was the biggest thing that ever happened. He wanted his to be even bigger. But things start happening to him that change all that.
But they're not funny. This is the thing. They're not funny. They're depressing because you feel for the kid throughout the whole thing. No, they set the character up incorrectly. They set him up for that you feel bad for him. So that when stuff bad happens for him, you don't think it's funny. You think it's more depressing.
All right.
I mean, it's not
anyways,
ha 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 ha. It's amazing how it turned out. It's more like I'm crying for this kid.
The Cup is going to be played in England, like I said, and England doesn't have a chance to be in the final Cup, so he's not worried yet. And it's like a few weeks away because you know how you play the Cup. One team they play two teams, then the couple 3 or 4 days later they play.
For those of you in England, you already know how this works.
Unfortunately, England is winning, and the day they had chosen for his bar mitzvah is on that day, and everybody in England, of course, would want to see him. But, maybe England doesn't make it, and I'm not going to give that part away. But this is a true story, so you might know the answer to that. Anyways, you say you like this film.
Could you please,
I like the
Could you please tell me again why it's funny?
I think it's funny because it's that kind of humor. It's the kind of humor.
Wait. What kind of humor exactly?
It's the kind of humor you see in, in the Big Fat Greek Wedding.
But that humor was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, and this one is too. And there's other films in which this type, like Radio Days. I don't know. You're probably too young to have seen that movie, but it's that kind of thing. It's a family fun thing where you're watching, you laugh with inside.
But I would never take my family, I would never take you to this movie actually, because it's so depressing.
Together, though.
I know that's the problem. I'm sorry, I didn't like the movie for the same fact that it was just so.
I like 66.
I felt bad after
66.
This movie.
You're gonna like it if you liked Radio Days. If you liked My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Okay, hold on a second. You're not going to like this movie. It's not bad. It tells a great story, but that's the only redeeming value. I'm sorry. So here's my thing. I'd suggest you rent it. You suggest to see it in the theaters?
I think see it in theaters. Definitely.
I say don't listen to him. For your entertainment ticket, this has been Tom Delia and John Delia. Please come back and view more reviews.
Just a teen. He doesn't know what he's talking
about. Oh, I so know what I'm talking about.